Hey everybody, this is Brian from Nice Edge. You're listening to the Rooster Show podcast, your leader for worldwide underground music.
Go! Where Selena's all hopped up and ready to go. She's ready to go now. She hit the Billboard charts in a way that was unknown. But she just couldn't stay because she was taken away by a bitch sitting in a jail right now, right now. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker now. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker. Selena was a punk rocker now. She's a punk rocker. Punk rocker. Punk rocker. Well, Selena's all hopped up and ready to go. She's ready to go now. She hit the Billboard charts in a way that was unknown. But she just couldn't stay. She was taken away by a bitch sitting in a jail right now, right now. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was a punk rocker now. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker. Selena was a punk rocker now. Punk punk, a punk rocker. 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 Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker. Selena was a punk rocker now. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker. Selena was a punk rocker now. Selena was a punk rocker. Selena was punk rocker. Selena was.
Hello, and thank you for choosing the Rooster Show, your world famous underground leader. Period. No one does what I do because there ain't no one cooler enough to do it. Anyways, enough of the bullshit. Today we have Total Chaos. This is a part two, and it's nice to have Rob Chaos back, and they're going to be going to Columbia, I guess, after this, and hopefully they keep their noses clean. What? Did I say that? My bad. Anyways, so we're going to have Rob Chaos coming on soon. He's having a little bit of technical difficulty getting on with the link. So hopefully we'll be getting jiggy. The last album, Mind Warfare, is playing in the background. Excellent album. If you haven't heard it, it is intense. I mean, every song, you would definitely, after the end of the album, you will have a concussion. Definitely see your doctor or a heart surgeon, something, because it's amazing. It's great stuff. And they've been putting out music for the past 35 years. Actually, probably 36 now. Actually, it is 36. 36 years now. So pretty proud to have them on my show. They're one of the most elite punk bands that have been on here, and I'm very proud to support. And after this, well, first of all, I gotta share my new shirt. Oh God, where is it at? There it is. Anyways, yeah, it's my boys. BTW. You know who that is? Anyways, Rob Chaos is here. Better and worse. And here he is. Yes. We've got it going. Oh, Java.
Yes, go. Oh, there I am.
Holy
I'm not kidding,
Moses.
dude. There nothing but problems have been happening since I tried to sign in.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but man, your hair looks amazing. Wow.
It's the same as it always is.
That
When
glycerin
it's up,
soap.
you
Remember,
know.
you had it down before last time.
Yeah, but I never have it down when I'm playing live. I'm going to Columbia in a few hours. I'm
Yeah.
literally I'm leaving at 2 in the morning.
Wow. At the intro, I said, I hope they keep their noses clean.
No, I don't do that stuff, man.
It's a joke, buddy.
I drink beer and that's it, man.
Yeah,
That's
hell
it.
yeah, man. Hell yeah. Good for you, man. I love it
Keeping
though.
it
Hey, good
safe.
to have you, man. 36 years of punk rock, man. You guys are freaking killing it still. I love your Mind
We're
Warfare
still doing
album.
it, you know.
Yeah, that Mind Warfare album, dude. Like I said, man, if you listen to that whole thing, you end up having a concussion because it's so badass. It is intense. Good job.
Yeah, that was good. It took us like 6 years to make it because well, it wouldn't have took us 6 years if that stupid scamdemic didn't happen, but that
Yeah,
delayed us 2 years, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. Well, good job,
but
man. So
I guess it was like more like 4 years that took us to make it, but yeah.
yeah, well,
Uh,
it's awesome.
we're already going to be on the works for a new record like soon,
Yeah,
you
tell
know.
us about that if you don't mind. I mean, like soon. What do you mean soon?
Well, I mean, Chima came back to the band. He was the bass player before Jordy joined the band 7 years ago or 8 years ago. But Chima left the band because he got a job working with Booze and Glory, like a Oi skinhead band
Yeah, I know
that are
who
not
they
very,
are.
they're not very Oi or skinhead anymore, but
The
they
London
were at
Skinhead
one
Crew,
time.
buddy. London Skinhead
Yeah,
Crew. Yeah.
they were a skinhead band, but they're more like I don't know, Irish folk or something. I don't know what they're trying to do. Even though they're not like everybody in the band is, well, most of the band members are Polish. They're not even from
Huh.
London, which makes it even more funny. And the other problem is, well, the drummer is Italian. He looks like little mini Stigma. He looks exactly like a younger version of Vinny Stigma.
Wow.
Exactly. I mean, so exactly that even Benny Stigma says this must be my like long lost brother or cousin or something because
Oh,
he
how
looks
funny.
exactly the same as Benny Stigma,
Oh,
like
that's so
identical.
funny. That's awesome.
It,
That I
it
used to
is
listen to
funny.
them a lot for back in the day. I obviously the London Skinhead Crew album was amazing. I thought it was a great album.
It was a good album, but you know the whole band changed after that. Shortly, well, not shortly, but like a year or so later, they got rid of most of the band members quit or they got rid of them. I don't
It's
know
sad.
exactly the whole story. And then they started moving around. And that's when things changed, you know. And now just
Yeah.
Mark kind of runs the band, and there's no original members whatsoever. But Mark is the commander in chief, and he's a cool guy, but you know, he's a little bit overbearing, I guess, if you want to be in a band with him.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't take no bullshit, and if you're screwing around, he'll freak out on you and he'll fire you. It's really easy, you know, to get fired from Boost and Glory.
Wow, that's sad. That's sad,
Well, it
man.
is what it
They
is.
had a good
It is what
start,
it
and then
is.
now they that sucks. You
Well,
know.
there's nobody left. I mean, the old
Yeah.
skinhead crew from London are not in the band anymore, and Mark's the last one, and Mark's from Poland. He's not even from London, so
Yeah. How do
yeah,
you feel about
he's a Polish guy, and he lives in Poland right now.
Yeah, how do you feel about the all the skinhead bands that are coming out, the white skin, the punk skin unity type of
Well, I like that. I
thing?
mean, I have no problem with it. I don't. I don't like Nazis and fascists, and
Yeah, me either.
I'm not a big football hooligan fan either because I hate that. And it seems like skinheads and football hooligans seem to go side by side most of the time. But
Yeah,
I'm not into it. And when I mean football, I mean what Americans call soccer,
yeah,
because
of
nobody in
course.
Europe or in Latin America or anywhere in the whole world calls it soccer except for America. Well, and the sport comes from England. So English people are extremely proud of it. And the minute they change the name, English people are very pissed about it, just to say the least. If you go to a football game in England and you call it soccer, you expect to get socked like crazy. You know what I mean? And I am not kidding. They will kick
I can see
your
that.
ass.
Yes, I can
They
see
will
that
literally beat
actually.
you down, and that's a fact. And
That's funny.
I'm not. I wish I was joking. It's not. Me and Sean, my guitar player Sean, like 20 odd years ago, 25 years ago, we were in England at some hotel, and there was a football game going, and I didn't know what was going on, but we went to this vending machine that was in the lobby to get some snacks or something. I don't remember what we were getting, but it doesn't really matter. These fucking football hooligans are. I hear all this screaming around in the hallways, and then all these football hooligans come running out of the rooms and are kicking holes in the walls and
Wow.
stuff in England. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And me and Sean were like, what's going on? And we started speaking, and they're like, you fucking Americans. It's not fucking soccer, it's fucking football, you fucking cunts. And they start chasing us down the hallway. We run into our room, barely get into our rooms, and they're kicking holes through our door. And
Wow.
that's the fact. This is like 25 years ago or something.
That's
Yeah, I
insane.
was like, holy shit. Yeah. And in the morning, there was like holes all through the walls, like everywhere in the lobby. I'm sure the owner of that hotel was really happy about having a bunch of football hooligans in their
Yeah.
goddamn hotel because they trashed the place. And the same thing, I live in Germany. Like every time there's a game, there's a huge arena over here, a football arena called
Yeah.
the it's Werder Bremen because I live in Bremen, Deutschland,
Oi.
and we're like 1 hour, 20 minutes away from Hamburg. So the Hamburg football hooligans sometimes they come here for Hausfall, which is another football team, and they come and they trash all the trains, all the street trains,
Don't
the
get
whole.
that shit.
They're throwing beer bottles everywhere, and they're completely freaking out because
Yeah.
first off, Hausfall team is a terrible team, and I don't even watch football. I really
I
am
don't
not
either.
interested.
I
I
don't
am
watch
not
the
interested
American version. I don't
whatsoever.
watch their version. I don't give a
I
shit
don't
about.
watch any version of any sports. I don't like
Yeah,
baseball, basketball.
I don't
Baseball is
either.
called rounders in England, and American football is called rugby without the pads. They just think Americans are a bunch of pussies that have to put pads on and not play the way it was
Yeah,
founded. Rugby, fucking kick each other's ass. That's what they do.
that's
So
right.
basically, England is hardcore. When it comes to their sports, they love them and they will fucking kill you over them. And I mean, I'm not even kidding, probably kill you.
Yes, it kind
But
of sounds
I
like
personally think it's
what?
completely ridiculous. And I think anybody who goes obsessively like that over a fucking sport they're not even in is totally stupid. But whatever. All it is most of the reason why football became the national sport of England is simple. The king needed everybody to vote for side with teams so they wouldn't revolt against the king. It's the
Yeah,
same strategy. It's divide and conquer. So they're doing the same thing. This is all same reason why the Roman emperors always had those arenas to keep the people entertained, bread and circuses. They would throw the
makes
bread
sense.
in and give them a circus so they would not revolt against the king or the emperor or whatever. It's the same crap, or Caesar is what they called it in Rome. It
There
doesn't
you
matter. It's
go.
the same shit. They keep using the same reverse psychology on everybody, even to this day. Like the Republicans and the Democrats. It's all the same nonsense.
Exactly.
Once you realize that none of it matters, then you become free and you'll say, wait a second, why
There
am
you
I
go.
fighting for the Democrats or the Republicans?
That's
What
why
is
I'm
the point?
independent, man. Independent.
I'm not anything.
I
I'm an
know.
anarchist. I believe in
Yeah.
self-ruling. I think every man and woman should be, but the United States is not a democracy. It never was. The
Yeah.
Constitution says we are a constitutional republic, which means
Yes.
that every man is individual and has their own choices. But as long as you keep believing in this thing called democracy, the mob rule mentality, you'll always be a slave. You know what I mean?
I do. I understand
You
that.
know,
All
yeah.
right. I hear you, buddy. I hear you, man. You're on
Well, that's
fire
the
today,
reason why
brother.
they have it.
You're on fire, man.
They want you to be submissive to the
Preach
government.
it.
Big Daddy government's got some handouts for us. Fuck Big Daddy government. Why don't the local communities start working together and build their own environment around them to make it nicer? You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
my next door
I
neighbor,
agree.
hey,
Actually,
let's work together. I'm gonna grow some carrots and turnips and blah blah blah, and you're gonna grow that, and let's trade, and we're gonna have some food together. You know, what
exactly.
about that? You know
Fuck
what I
yeah,
mean?
unity, buddy. Unity, man. Love.
Victory gardens in our backyards and front
Victory
yards instead of
Gardens.
having lawn in your front yards. It's this is all this a scam after World War One and Two. They tried to make people think that they needed to have grass in their front and grow grass, and they can't. Well, you can eat grass, but nobody wants to eat it. Instead of growing
Ugh.
fruits and vegetables, you know.
Yeah.
So that you can spend money at the supermarket and make big corporations richer than they already
It's
are.
true. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's why they want you to eat all the time. That's even why they tell you you need to have 3 meals a day. It has nothing to do with actually you do need 3 meals a day. It has something to do with
Yeah.
they want you to keep buying stuff. Buy stuff. You need it. You need it. And they're going to continually brainwash people into you need it all the time until you're fat and stupid and they don't give a fuck. Just like they put fluoride in the water and they've been putting it in ever since World War II, after World War II, is because they realized the Nazis realized that it makes people stupid, docile and stupid. So they started putting it in the water so people would drink it and they would start becoming docile and stupid. And they
Oh,
like that and they want to keep you that way. And that's why they have fluoride in the water. It has nothing to do with your teeth. You know,
wow.
fluoride actually it's mildly okay for your teeth, but reality, you don't really even need that. Just take some baking soda and some clean water, and maybe you could throw some oils in there and brush your teeth with it, and you'll have all clean white teeth, and that's all you need. You don't need all that crap. I don't use toothpaste, but I do use toothpaste, but I use a baking soda toothpaste because
Yeah.
I'm obviously it's convenience. But I
Yeah.
use organic uh, baking soda toothpaste with peppermint
Interesting.
oil in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been
Peppermint
using it
oil.
for
Yeah. I
decades
can
because
see that.
I don't need, and I have the water, even though water in Germany does not have fluoride in it, I still don't trust it. So I even have a reverse osmosis on my taps in my house. We do not Germans do not believe in fluoride in the water, especially since Germans are the reason why they fluoride was putting in the water. They were putting in the ghettos for all the concentration camp people, like the Jews
Yeah.
or the Jehovah's Witnesses, homosexuals, whoever, communists, whatever. I mean, they didn't like anybody, including it wasn't just that. The Nazis didn't even like other sect religions like
Yeah.
Amish or Mennonites or any of that. If you were any of these things, that you were subject to be thrown in a concentration camp. You
Oh,
had to either convert to Christianity, normal Christianity, like Lutheran for Germans,
yeah.
Lutheran or Catholic. That's it. If you were not Lutheran or Catholic, you were susceptible by the Gestapo to be sent to a camp.
Wow.
So it's simple as that. The majority of people, and they did not like Slavic people at all, and that's really crazy. The majority of the people in those camps back in the day are Slavics, and they're like millions, like 20 million at least, minimum, were Slavics. They were just people from the East, you know, like, but even the Russians didn't like Slavic people. Stalin was having Slavic people killed too, and nobody talks about him either. But whatever. Stalin's a psychopath, you know, and so is
Yeah. No
the
shit.
Nazi regime. Not see the difference between Adolf Hitler and Stalin is Stalin had absolute control of the country. Adolf Hitler was just a puppet. He didn't have absolute control. There was a party, the Nazi party, and they were a group of people, and they always had these big meetings. And Adolf Hitler was in 90% of them was not even there. So
Wow.
Stalin was absolute power, absolute. There was nothing more. So when Stalin killed people, he killed them by the millions, and he killed 20 million of his own soldiers even before World War One or World War Two. And on top of that, he killed another 20 million people during the war. And then he sent 30 million of his people off to war that said, you're going to win the war or we're going to shoot you unless you keep fighting. So
What a
Stalin
con.
basically wiped out like 50 or 60 million of his own fucking people, you know?
That's messed
And
up,
then
man.
Adolf Hitler gets all the credit for being a genocidal psychopath, even though but he was the
Yeah, he
milder
was.
version of a genocidal
Yeah,
psychopath.
milder
Yeah, well, there
version.
was Mao. There was Mao from China too. He did similar things. Over 50 million people died credited to his campaign and to starve out the farmers and all that crap. And
Yeah.
then and then obviously there was Mussolini, and then there was Franco in Spain, who was a Nazi supporter, but he didn't join the war. He just was too busy killing his own people to join the war. And obviously Mussolini did join the war, and he was an idiot, and he was being used, but whatever.
So why did you
All
want
these
to move
people
to
are
Germany?
idiots.
What attracted you to
I loved it ever since I came here first time in 90. I came here in like 94 or something, and I fucking loved it. I was like, damn, this place rules, you know. The only
Yeah.
thing I didn't like it back then is that the supermarkets closed at 6 o'clock, and I really hated that. I was like, I mean, so
Wow,
if
that
you didn't
sucks.
get like what you want, you had to either go to a restaurant or you had to go to like a kiosk, which is like a quick shop to get beer or whatever. That kind of sucked. But other than that, I like the fact that German police they don't molest you. They don't, I mean, basically, for the most part, they don't attack you like they do in America or, like rake up false charges based on nonsense because that's what they do in America. And I hate that. And the last time I got arrested in America, like, well, no, I just got arrested recently, but
Oh God.
they let me go 1 hour later, but let me just say that I'm filing charges against the California Highway Patrol for um, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and theft of my property. And this is a long story why this happened, but some fucking op- officer, CHP officer, well, all the officers are going to let us go, and then all of a sudden this guy
Yeah.
comes in a car and like there was like 6 cars behind my van, and all of a sudden this guy comes up and he goes, no, 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 we're not letting him go. They didn't even want to look at my documentation, didn't want to see any of my paperwork. He didn't want to see anything. He just made up a whole fake thing to try to get me arrested. But the good thing is the because the people who handle the jails is the sheriffs, and the sheriffs don't play that game. And so the
Yeah.
minute I got to uh, the sheriffs took care of put me in, they immediately released me. They don't play that fucking game that CHP does, California Highway Patrol does,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
state
Exactly.
troopers, what you call it. Yeah, so they don't play those games. So I'm gonna sue him for grand theft. I'm also gonna press charges against him, grand theft, false imprisonment, and kidnapping. 3 felonies against this one officer. And I'm going after him, and I'm going after him hardcore.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I'm gonna sue him. I want
Yeah.
him to be fired, and I'm gonna sue him because never in 18 years that I've been outside of the United States has any officer ever even attempted something like this. This guy did not care about any of my documentation, even when I have it from the Department of State from Washington, D.C. He didn't care. He's like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't
That
care. I don't
sucks.
care. I said, I'm a diplomat for Germany for the State National Assembly, and you're going to arrest me, not arrest me, kidnap me, because I never used the word arrest. I said, kidnap me. And I said it over and over again. You are kidnapping a diplomat for the State National Assembly living in Germany. And he said, no, you live in 1729 North Kingsley in Los Angeles. I go, I don't live there. I haven't lived there in 20 fucking years. What the hell are you talking about? He didn't care. He just made up. I lived there 20 years ago, but I
Yeah.
haven't lived there in 20 years. That makes me out of his jurisdiction. But he had to put me into his jurisdiction by throwing that address in there. So this guy fucked up big time, and I'm going after him big time. This guy's
Yeah.
going down,
Fuck
and
you.
I can't wait.
VP.
But it will take some time. It doesn't happen instantly. They
Mm.
released me immediately, but it doesn't happen instantly. It will might even take a year. I don't care. I don't care how many long it is. I want to
Exactly.
set an example of this motherfucker.
I hope he goes
Violating
down.
my constitutional rights to travel freely without molestation. It says it in the U.S. Constitution. I am allowed to
Yeah.
travel by any means necessary without molestation
Hell
in the
yeah.
United States Constitution. I said, so you swore an oath to the U.S. Constitution? He says, yes. And I go, then why are you violating the Constitution right now? He goes, I ain't doing shit. You did this and that. I go, I didn't do squat. Did I commit a crime? He goes, no. So why are you arresting me? Why he arrested
So
me?
you
Because I
didn't even
refused to
do nothing, huh? Not
No, I didn't
like
do nothing.
speeding or something?
No, no, I
Huh.
was going onto the freeway, but we were in a turning lane. It was in the middle of the night. We were in a turning lane, and instead of turning, I saw there was no traffic, there was no car, not one single car. And so I said, "Oh shit, I'm in the wrong lane, but I can't. I would either have to back up and then go into the straight lane, but I just drove straight onto the freeway. And it's in the minute before I even got halfway up the on ramp, they had already pulled me over.
Fucking
Now the cops
assholes.
were going to let me go. The cops that pulled me over were going to let me go, but then this
Yeah.
guy came called Officer Salzar, and he changed the whole thing. He turned it into some
Ooh,
crazy
Officer
ass.
Salazar.
Yeah, he changed it
Fucking
changed it
asshole.
into some crazy ass bullshit. Even though they had nothing to get me on, other than the fact that I was in a turning lane. I drove straight on, but they didn't even charge me for that. They charged me for driving without a license, driving not cooperating with police officers, and driving with expired registration. And the registration was under my ex from 20 odd years ago, my ex-girlfriend, that I bought it from her and the vehicle, which was actually mine from the get-go, but she's the one that bought it, like
Yeah,
put it in her name. And then when I bought it, when we split up, I put it in my name, but I didn't register it because I didn't live in the United States. You
of
cannot
course.
register something if you do not live there. So I recorded it with the State National Assembly as a property. The guy violated my thing. And by the way, the United States, it says in the Constitution clearly, if you're not working in commerce, which means you're working for a company, you do not have to have a driver's license. You only have to have a driver's license if you're working in commerce. People are allowed to travel by A to B from any means necessary in the United States as long as you're under the Constitution. But the problem is a lot of people are not under the Constitution. They're under the corporation of the United States, and the corporation of the United States can dictate any rule it wants. And the fact is that that
Interesting.
guy tried to say that I was part of the corporation. I was like, dude, you're full of shit. You can obviously see my documentation. I'm not part of the corporation. I'm a sovereign man working as a diplomat in Germany for the State National Assembly, which is just a group of sovereign men and women all over the United States.
Yeah.
But we have a constitutional right to be sovereign and under the Constitution, just like it is. We're part of the Republic. And whatever's not in the Constitution, we don't have to do it. You know what I mean? So 90% of the laws in the United States are not part of the Constitution. So we don't have to do 90% of the laws,
Yeah.
including register. By the way, when you register something, the state owns it. That's the way it works. So I'm not giving my property to the state. It's mine and I'm keeping it. So basically a car, and they might say, well, in the back of the day when the Constitution was made, there was no such thing as a car, an automobile, or whatever. But actually, the original term for it was a horseless carriage. When they first was invented, it was called a horseless carriage. It doesn't
Interesting.
stipulate. It says carriage, bicycle, Constitution says bike, carriage, wagon, whatever. By any means necessary means everything. And basically, a vehicle is a horseless carriage. So it's the same thing as a
Huh.
wagon without a
Yeah.
horse. You know.
Crazy.
And
Huh.
by the way, carrying carriages are actually even more dangerous than cars because horses are wild animals, and sometimes they get spooked, and they'll just run somebody over and kill them instantly. And there's nothing you can do about it. With a car, if you're a responsible traveler, and you always use the word traveling or traveler, um, it's up to you. It's hard to kill somebody unless you fucked and made a big time mistake or whatever. But that would happen even if you were in a horse and carriage.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? So it's the same bullshit. People just like to make up excuses to justify unjustified things like I need a driver's license because the state says so. You haven't did you know that driver's license came up after World War One, and guess where it came from? England. And by
Hmm.
the way, the United States Incorporated is a corporation of England. So as long as you're a US citizen, you work for England. You don't actually work for the United States or the Constitution. You work for
Wow.
England. Washington, D.C. is an English corporation.
Interesting. Huh.
Yes, that's right. In
That's weird.
1873, the United States signed a contract after the Civil War to become part of a corporation outside of the city of London because the United States was bankrupt and the Rothschild family said, "I'll give you a loan if you sign it in as a corporation in the city of London." And that from that point on, 1873, the United States became a corporation of England. It's not even It's not sovereign or
You've done your
anything.
homework.
I've been
Yeah,
doing this my whole life. I'm a
I know.
historian. That's all I did.
Yeah,
Before I even graduated
that's
high
good though.
school, I was already a historian. I wanted to be an archaeologist or an anthropologist when I got off
Wow.
school and studied in UCLA and and got a bachelor as a in ancient civilizations. But I already realized even in school that all the stuff they're telling you is just all propaganda, just to
It
brainwash you.
is. It
So
is
even the
definitely.
stuff they teach you in UCLA is propaganda, most of it,
It
to
is.
support
A lot of
what
those
they want
big,
you to believe what
big
happened in history.
universities. Yep.
Yeah,
A lot of those
dude,
big
almost all of
universities.
them. It's
Yep,
sad. It's
exactly.
sad. So people spend all this money to go to universities just to become lab rats for a propaganda machine,
It's true.
and
100%.
well, they want you. And they'll steal your money too on top of it, and they'll tell you, "Oh, you're educated. Yeah, you're really educated. You don't even know the
No,
true history. You don't even know true medicine. You don't even know true anything." Now, there
no, they
is some
don't.
doctors, like surgeons and stuff, that are very have important skills, but most doctors are full of shit. They're just
Yep.
machines that pump you up full of drugs from big pharma. Hey, you need to take this drug and that'll help you out. And all that drug does is cause another problem that you'll never get rid of, and then you have
Ex-
to do it. Then you have
yes,
another
sir.
problem.
Definitely. That's
And
why
then
I don't
another
do
one
that.
after
Me and
that,
my
and another one
wife
after
and
that.
stuff, we're very
They want a
careful what
permanent
we take.
client. They
Yep.
want you to be a permanent client. That's what they want. They don't want
Yep.
you to be healthy. They don't want you to be
Fuck that.
homeopathic. They don't want you to eat herbs or minerals to cure yourself. They don't want you having a garden in your backyard that cures you from every illness on the planet. They don't
Like
want that. They
vinegar.
want you to take their crap and they will heal you and cure you. Actually, one
Yep.
of the best ways to kill you, no, sorry, kill you, but heal yourself is if you're like really sick, just don't eat anything for like a few days or even a week. Believe me, you might be hungry. You'll see that all your illness will start to go away. Even if you have cancer,
Wow.
if you don't eat anything for like 2 or 3 weeks, you'll see that cancer will start shrinking. And then once you start eating again, eat raw vegetables, drink distilled water or very, very clean water and nothing with any chemicals or anything in it, like chlorine or fluoride, and you will see your body. The cancer will start shrinking by itself. In 6 to 8 months, or even a year, you might be cancer free as long as you follow the
That's
diet.
awesome.
Yeah, and eating meats, anything with a lot of acid or alcohol or whatever will cause the cancer to grow. Sugar will cause cancer to grow. Yeah, it's so basically what you need to do first before you do anything is just
Stop
fast
eating.
for like a couple of
Yeah,
weeks, fast
fast.
for 2 weeks. And
Yeah,
then after that, eat only organic vegetables raw. Try to go raw as much as possible, and you'll
awesome.
see cancer will shrink up, and eventually it could go away unless you're so far gone, there's no chance in hell. You know what I mean? Which
I
is
get you.
possible.
Okay,
But
so let's.
if you go to the doctor and they say, "Oh, I think you have cancer," well, that's the best way to get rid of it.
That's right.
Don't
So
use chemotherapy. Don't use
damn
their
right.
fucking bullshit, fake medicine. All they want you to do is become just a repetitive customer.
It's true. They do. So you get ready to take off to Columbia. What's going on out there? What you got?
Oh, we're playing
Car
a huge
shows?
festival with a bunch of bands. I can't remember the name of it, but it's on my Instagram and Facebook. The festival, but we're playing. Pennywise is playing a bunch of other bands. It's going to be a big
Oh, that's
festival.
sick. Yeah, that's sick. And so
It's
you
going to
have a
be
new
at least
album.
like it's going to be like 6 or 8 thousand people, maybe even 10,000.
Damn. So you have a new album that you're working on. When do you expect that to be out?
No idea. I mean, we have to really sit down. We've been on tour all year long this year. We've done 8 months so far on
And
tour.
it's a little bit hard since you guys are so separated. They're in LA, right? Or out in Cali?
Yeah, I mean, I write songs, and Sean writes songs, and me and him get together, and we just put them together, and that's it.
Okay.
Um, it's super simple. Me and Sean do 99% of all the songwriting. Every
Okay.
once in a while, a drummer comes up with some idea or a song or whatever, but it's
And
very,
he's
very
working with
rare.
another band too, as well, called Third Rate, I believe, right? Kind of
Who?
helping your drummer. Starts with an M, right?
Miguel.
Miguel, yeah.
Miguel.
Miguel it was helping out a dude out in LA.
Miguel
Uh,
plays in like 1,000 different side bands.
yeah,
I have
exactly,
no idea
exactly.
which one it is right now.
Third Rate is
I
the
don't even know
guys.
that band.
Yeah, Des Cadena helped play guitar and stuff with them and all that as well.
Yeah, and I don't know who they are because Miguel plays with so many damn bands. I can't keep up. But
Yeah. Very
I don't play
talented
with any
drummer, man.
bands. I
He's
play
so
with Total Chaos,
badass.
and that's it.
Yep,
I
he's a
play with Total
badass
Chaos,
drummer
and
though.
that's it. Me and Sean, well, he has a side band, but they don't tour. They just record records or record songs, and that's it. So, but it's not really a real band. It's kind of just Sean Smash with a bunch of friends, and they just record songs.
Hell yeah.
It's not, but he does print records, and he sells them on the side. It's just kind of like his own little whatever rock and roll punk project he's been doing for years. Called
Cool.
Smash 77. But Sean's really the only band he's in is Total Chaos as well. And our bass player, he's in a few bands, Chema Zarita, but he was in Booze and Glory. That was his last big
Oh,
band,
oh wow. Very
so
cool, man. So I'm happy for you guys, man. I mean, 36 years of kicking ass, and I know you guys are going to go another 36, man, because you're
well,
healthy as
I don't
fuck,
know if they're
dude.
in
Look at
36,
you,
but
man. You look like you're 24, dude.
I'm
I'm telling you,
54.
you look.
54.
I'm 53. You look a lot better than me, though. A lot better than me.
Well, I don't have
But
totally
we're
white
still
hair,
good, though.
but how did you get white hair completely? Or is it just genetics?
Dude, like 16, I started getting white hair. It's like platinum.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
cool. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. It looks good, you know?
yeah.
No,
Thank
it
you. I
looks good
appreciate that.
because it's way better than like having like weird
I
splotchy
don't put
hair,
no dyes or nothing in it. I use that purple shampoo to kind of make it more
Yeah.
silvery, and
Oh yeah, one of my good friends, Corina, she does merch too for us sometimes.
yeah.
She's saying, "Oh yeah, you should just let your gray grow out. It looks cool." And I'm like, I have these two gray streaks right here, and they're already kind of growing out a little bit right
Yeah, I
here.
can see it.
Uh,
Yeah, I see it.
I dye my hair once in a blue moon, like every like 3 or 4 months. But she's like, "Yeah, let it grow out. It'll look cool." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I look like fucking Frankenstein's bride with these two white
Yeah.
streaks of dark hair.
So
But
right.
she's like, she thinks it's cool. I was like,
Hey, it
okay,
looks
whatever.
bomb, dude. It looks bomb.
Yeah.
So, what was it? Oh, damn it, distracted me. That was fun. Okay, tell me about Selena as a punk rocker. That was your new single that came out. Tell us
It was just
about
a
that.
single. It was just going to be a solo single to tribute her 30 years after she passed. We're friends with her husband or ex-husband, Chris Perez. And it was just kind of like a memorial thing. Unfortunately, we never actually announced the song, although Cleopatra put it out. We haven't even done an official announcement for it. But we're gonna do it, I hope, soon, because it's really difficult because Sean's he controls a what not what's up, the YouTube channel. And we need Sean to download the video, and we got to make a public announcement. We're going to release it, and we got to hurry up because it was like 6 months ago or so, or 7 months ago when Selena died 30 years ago. We need to do it this year, and then it will be an announcement. And it's just a cover. It was a cover with the Ramones, but we changed it from
Of course.
Selena or Sheena to Selena, and we
Yeah.
changed the lyrics. To have something to do with her. And it's not, and I know people say, well, why would you want to sing a song like that about Selena? Because Selena was a Tejana singer and a Mexican Tejana singer. But the thing
Yeah.
is, she married Chris Perez, and Chris Perez was a heavy metal punk rock guitar player. And she married him behind her family's back. And
Ah.
they didn't even want her to be together with him, let alone marry him. You know what I mean? Because he's like playing rock and roll and heavy metal and all that crap. And he played in the band because um, Selena's brother played bass, and he wanted to bring in some other influences to the music to make it more creative. So they
Okay,
weren't
so it
playing
was
traditional.
that original singer from back in the days. What you're talking about, that Selena is that person that you're talking.
Selena, but we
Yeah,
changed to
that
Selena was
Selena.
because Selena died. So it
Yeah.
was. So the reason why we're talking about her in this light is because she ran off on her parents and married Chris Perez behind her parents' back, eloped with him, and the fact that she even did that was the ultimate act of rebellion. You know what I mean? Especially
Yes.
against her parents, especially her father, who was Abraham, who was super overbearing on Selena.
Yes.
He was like protective but weird at the same time.
Yeah.
So, and she marries a rock and roll punk guitar player, that loved heavy metal, punk, and all that crap. And that's why I said she's a punk rocker because she left. She
Hmm.
basically took the ultimate plunge to marry a rock and roll dude. You know what I mean? And she
Exactly.
did it, and she was successful because her father really couldn't do anything about it. It was too late, and there was no big wedding or anything. It was just them two and a couple of witnesses, and that was it.
Hmm.
So there was
Wow.
nothing. It was like the ultimate slap in the parents' face that she married this dude, Chris
It's
Perez.
awesome.
But
Well,
he's
that's
like
badass.
he looks like Slash from Gun. He's like a Mexican Slash from Guns N' Roses. He had long curly hair, and I mean, and
That's
Selena's
so
father
awesome.
didn't even know they were having an affair for years, and then finally she figured it out, and he kicked him out of the band because of it, and so she got sick of it, and she ran off and married him.
Damn. That's
She
awesome.
loved him more than she loved playing Tejana music. You know what I mean?
Of
And
course.
that's
Yeah.
why I say Selena's a punk rocker because
Damn right. To Selena.
ultimate rebel. She's
Yeah,
total
exactly.
rebel. You know what I mean? And
That's badass. Okay, we
that's what
got a
makes
minute
her.
left. A minute left
That's what
of
I
this.
respect about her. Anyways,
So,
all right,
anything you'd like to, any more rants and rages that you'd like to say before we get off?
whatever you want. I don't care.
Oh, no. I don't have anything. I'm just stoked. It was nice to really hear you. It's really nice that you actually wanted to be back on the show. And you're always welcome again. So you get your new
Yeah,
album,
of course.
come back, and
I'll
hopefully
be in
maybe we
Columbia in a
can
couple of
even
days
get you.
with all my whole band.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, have the
Tomorrow,
band on.
actually, night, I'll be in Columbia.
Yeah.
So
So,
with my
well,
whole
you
band.
have safe travels, brother. And
Yeah, you too,
remember,
man.
thank you, man. I
All right, bro.
appreciate you. You take
Thanks a
care of
lot.
yourself.
Sorry for the delay. getting
It's
on,
all right.
but
Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's just
cool,
great to
bro.
see you. And be
All
safe,
right,
be
man.
well, and we'll talk again soon when you get your new album out.